Alright guys, let's jump straight into it. This is Wave 2 in S.H Figuarts Avengers Infinity War line, and today we're taking a look at the new Iron Spider. So I don't usually talk too much about the packaging unless it's an accessory or something worth mentioning, but I really like this. The red and the gold combination, the glossy finish to the box just really sells the premium collectible look. Beautiful. So I think most of you can agree that the main thing letting this figure down is the choice of coloring Figuarts went with. Instead of giving Iron Spider his much needed metallic finish, we get flat, muted reds and blues, which in contrast looks pretty good actually against the gold accents. If this were anything else than the Iron Spider suit, but it's not, and that's not how he appears in the movie, so for me personally, it's a bit of a letdown. Other than that, the base figure itself is essentially the Homecoming Spider-Man body that we got last year with some heavy re-sculpting and retooling. The web design is now recessed instead of raised, which looks much better in my opinion. Again, the body is entirely textured and the lines that you see on the legs are all sculpted in as well. Height-wise, he stands a little shorter than the Homecoming Spider-Man. I think it's in the neck joint, but the difference is ever so slight that when you pose them in anything besides standing up straight, it's pretty much unnoticeable. Head articulation is great. He looks almost straight up, which is great for those crouching poses. He can bury his head all the way down. The arms moving pretty far forward. 360 degrees in the shoulders. More than 90 degrees moving up. The bicep swivel is in the shoulder and not the traditional cut, giving the arm a smoother look. Double jointed elbows. Wrist swivel and wrist hinges. You get some movement in the upper torso, but most of the articulation is in the lower half, which is what gives this figure the ability to do all those Spider-Man-like poses. It's also the area with the most cuts, but I think it's a necessary sacrifice for the mobility that you get out of the figure. Leg articulation, he kicks all the way up, a little less than 90 degrees out. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. Swivel at the feet, up and down, toe articulation, and he does have ankle pivot as well. Yes, you can see all those segments, all those cuts in the crotch area, but it's definitely worth it with all the poses that you can do. As you can see here, you know, the crouching poses, the squatting Spider-Man poses that, you know, obviously you need for a Spider-Man figure. So Iron Spider does come with a fair amount of accessories. As you can see, he comes with all of the original hands that he did with the Homecoming Spider-Man set, minus the cell phone holding hands. He comes with 2 fisted hands, tooth whipping hands, 2 open palm hands, and these hands, all of the hands are just molded red plastic. There isn't any painted details on them, which is a shame. He comes with those two, you know what these hands are, and he comes with two webline holding hands as well. He also comes with his interchangeable eyes. On him right now is his normal fully opened eyes, his half opened eyes, and his squinting eyes. And again, the lenses are painted, you know, the stark white, which I think, you know, matched the original Spider-Man suit more than the Iron Spider suit, which did appear kind of like silvery or blue, if I can remember correctly. He also comes with 3 web lines, a very short web line, a medium length web line, and a kind of flexible long web line. And it's something to note that the color of the original set and the Iron Spider set are different. The Iron Spider comes, the web line is more of a milky white, whereas the original Homecoming Spider-Man's web line is more clear plastic. You probably can't really tell here on camera, but there is a difference. He also comes with that plug on the back for his Tamashi stand. All you need to do is remove the plate, this plate on the back. And I have on Iron Spider right now the backpack that came with the original release, the Homecoming Spider-Man release, and it doesn't sit on there flush. You can see here there is this huge gap at the top, but I just wanted to show you that you can, if you want to, have the backpack on. And last but not least, obviously I guess the main feature of this set, he does come with his Iron Spider arms, which are articulated. They are articulated 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 points of articulation that he can bend, and they can also swivel side to side as well. It's a lot lighter than I thought it would be. The plastic is a lot lighter. It is painted in a really nice gold color. In terms of length, I'm not too sure if this is the proper length. It might be a little bit short, but I'm glad that they did include these spider arms. Again, one of my favorite features about this set, which separates this set from the Homecoming Spider-Man set. It just gives it, you know, this set an extra bit of play value. Gives you more display options, and obviously, you know, this was shown in the movie. So yeah, definitely really cool to have, and yeah, much appreciated from Figuarts. Alright guys, so is this figure worth picking up? Absolutely, in my opinion, especially if you didn't pick up the original Homecoming Spider-Man or you opted to go with a Mayfix instead. This way you can have best of both worlds without having to double up on the same figure. On its own, it's a great base figure, a great Spider-Man figure with a ton of articulation, some fantastic posability, just great sculpt. And I do realize that, you know, it does have all those cuts in the crotch area. It's not as smooth as the Mayfix, but I think for this particular Spider-Man, for this particular suit of Spider-Man, it works. It gives it a kind of a mechanical feel, and I do realize also that, you know, in the movie his suit is smooth and he doesn't have all those lines or cuts like, you know, Iron Man does. But, you know, in my opinion, for me anyway, it does work, and it definitely does work a lot better than the Homecoming Spider-Man. Obviously this figure isn't perfect, like many, myself included. I think the biggest letdown for this figure was the paint choice, or the lack of paint. Yeah, I do like the gold accents on the figure. It really does stand out, really makes the figure pop. And I do admit that, you know, it does actually look quite kind of nice against the dull reds and blues, but he was shiny and metallic in the movie, so I kind of, you know, expected him to be shiny metallic in figure form as well. In saying that, I do appreciate that Bandai did give us the Iron Spider arms. It's definitely a great addition to this set and really gives the figure a lot more play value, you know, a lot more posability, a lot more possibilities in terms of posing the figure, and it definitely sets it apart from the other Spider-Man figures as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, for hanging out with me today. You guys are the best. If you're new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe and hit that bell button so you get notifications sent to your device every time I upload a video. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. Weekend's coming up real soon, and I'll have more videos up for you guys, so please look out for that. Yeah, anyway, take it easy, guys. Take care of yourself, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.